Pranay Desai reporting from NDTV, and we have got some people here who are really good counterparts of our studio. 2 days back we saw a press conference where Mr. Virat and Mr. Rohit were on to the receiving end, and lots of press conference people who were in the press conference were asking a lot of questions, and Mr. Virat was arguably not having any proper tangible answers to give them. And I would like to start up or lit up a debate here. Very established people here. So Ms. Swati running an MNC company, Mr. Hariharan, he is owning his own computer centers and development centers. Mr. Sanjay Rehan, a local businessman who is running exports, and of course Mr. Shivan, who is a mentor and counselor for most of the young police officers here in the city. So he is directly connected with the police department, so he is the apt person to speak. Mr. Virat has been giving the decision that Rohit will be taking care of this so-called male stigma. It was a bad decision on the planet, stepping down and putting himself under the covers like a coward and giving somebody else that particular mantle of catching stigma, so-called master stigma. So I would like to give the floor to these ladies and gentlemen who will be having a debate whether master stigma existing or not. So what do you think? Does he exist or does he not?
The point is, he's attacking on the hospitals with surgery or related to the mind surgeries or the activating brain neurons.
Mm-hmm.
So he's attacking on the medical sides only, and I think so he is affected by the family by any medical issues.
Sir, but there is no evidence like master stigmas exist.
How so? Then who will be the attackers on the hospitals?
It can be from any country, any man, a particular man or a particular government.
Makes a lot of sense. That could be of anybody, any state, any civilian rather.
For the collapsing of the Indian country, we can be fighting any other offences like we can do for the Prime Minister, public sectors, public area. Why do we spending their time in the hospitals for that?
What's your name, Doctor?
Hassan.
Dr. Harsha has been doing a lot of research, and he's very, very strong in terms of the biological and chemical impulses into the brain of the so-called master sigma. And he is defending the point that master sigma is driven. And what's your name, sir?
Sir, I'm Sanjay.
What role are you playing in this role? Out of the screen?
Out of the screen, this is for me new roles.
நான் நேற்று சொன்னேன் முடிச்சுட்டு தனியாக ஒரு பிஸ்னஸ்மேன் கொடுத்துருக்கீங்களா?
யாரு சார்?
இல்லடா நம்ம பேசி முடிச்ச பிறகு லேட்டாக தான் வந்தாங்க.
இது டபுள் ரோல்.
ஸோ சப்ஜெக்ட் பேர் வச்சு சரி. வாட் இஸ் யுவர் கேரக்டர்ஸ் நேம்?
My character's name is
Did you plan characters names?
Characters name.
Plan.
Sir, on the spot பேசி.
அதே பேரே வச்சுக்கோங்க. ஓகே ரைட். ஸோ ஹரியரன்
Mahendra Singh.
ஹரியரன் ஹர்ஷா வச்சுக்கியா? ஸோ ஓகே
இந்த
மகேந்திர
கேரக்டர் ஹர்ஷா. டாக்டர் ஹர்ஷா.
இல்லை இவன் யூரன்ஸ் பற்றி தான் பேசுகிறேன். இப்போ டாக்டர்
அதே ரோல் தான்.
அது இப்போ சுவாதி வந்து கம்பெனி ஓனர், போலீஸ் ஆஃபீஸர்.
எஸ்.
இவன் வந்து பிஸ்னஸ் மேன்.
ஓகே சார். இப்போ வந்து நீங்க ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணுங்க சார். நான் வந்து கை தூக்கா போறோம்.
Back into the scene. So Mr. Sanjay believes that somebody else as a civilian might be. Yes, sir.
My name is Ram Kishore, and they may know me. I am a chief executive officer of the health department, one of the chief executive officers, and I want to put up a point right here. And I was invited by the Indian government to be a part of this the part of this show. And I don't believe there's anyone called Master Sigma because we don't have any evidence. And I think Mr. Virat has got it all wrong. I think he's chasing after somebody who doesn't even exist. There's no tangible proof of a Master Sigma. It could be people from Pakistan who did this attack or from some other country. I don't think the there's somebody called Master Sigma who's involved in this particular.
What do you say for this, doctor?
I think it's a wrong decision. This mini war was started on my father's death. My father's death was starting by this time. By this area, the medical field affecting.
I know your father and I were good friends.
Okay. Right, as a police officer, what do you think? What is your point of view, Mr. Mahendra?
They could be our enemies of India.
Do you really think Master Sigma existed?
No, he doesn't exist.
If it doesn't exist, why the government of officials are giving funded over 5 crores to him? Why do you have to spend so much money on the person who doesn't even exist?
We were searching for the Master Sigma, but he didn't even, we couldn't catch him. The whole
So you less believe that he exists.
No, he doesn't exist.
Okay, Ms. Swati, you run a company and you have a very big stakeholder position, and people have dropped the shareholding questions of your company stating that Master Sigma threat. So a few days in the newspaper, Swati Enterprises is your company's name. So a few days before in the newspaper, Swati Enterprises loses all the stake because of Master Sigma threat, which really made you also believe that Master Sigma is existing. So can you give me a proof, or can you give me a substantial kind of reason for you thinking that Master Sigma is existing?
Yes, but I don't have any proof to who's the man. Because of few people, there is we can't even have evidence over here because of the face we don't have, the voice we don't recognize, because of everything is good. And I'm also running a medical oriented equipments, and all of the equipments that are supplying to the hospitals all have been destroyed, and my company was also going down. These are the things, but I don't have evidence to prove that.
So doctor, she believes she does not have evidence. He does not believe that Master Sigma does exist. He does not believe Master Sigma exists. So you are the only person who is claiming some medical features, and you are stating very concretely that Master Sigma is existing because of the brain process. Yes.
So, yes, exactly, we don't have proof, but we could check if he has some other. He doesn't have other. We check the whole copies.
That's a very nice point. That's a very nice point. The person who does not have an authentication at all. Yes, Mr. Ramkishan.
So let's try to understand this psychologically. Why would someone as successful as Virat step down?
Do you still think Virat is successful?
Yeah, because he was not successful right now, but in the past, we have to agree he's the best officer that we've ever had, and that's why people are protesting his stepping down. So why does a person with that experience step down? Because he must have found out that Master Sigma doesn't exist, and he doesn't want to tell it to the world, so that's why he's stepping down and putting a clown instead of him as the new head. And probably the new head doesn't even know that Virat has intentionally put him on the spotlight because he was unsuccessful in proving that Master Sigma exists. So why do you think a person with so much history would step down?
Maybe Dr. Mani can answer that question.
The government has didn't stop the fund giving for the.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Virat is selfishly, he found out before anyone else that there's no Master Sigma. So he fled like a coward, and the government still believes that there's someone called Master Sigma, and a new person is chasing that nobody. So
It's a good thing, but he's attacking only the new field in the doctor.
Having said that, these are the pistols used by Virat. And we put it into the forensic department. And Virat has been using it, the fingerprints of Virat has been. And undoubtedly, one of our forensic experts who has also trained Virat says that at a certain point of time he has seen something because his hand got a little bit more prescribed than his natural frequency of respiration, and this pistol's handle has been registered with respiration, more respiration than the normal form, and the research also shows that he has seen something rattling and he got scared, and because of that the respiration is
yeah, he would have seen that there's nobody, he would have understood that there's nobody called Master Sigma, and he would have
Virat's,
scared.
Virat is also a police officer who does not get scared that easy. So he's been rattled, and maybe because he has seen the devil into the devil's convoy itself, he's stepping down.
But there is no identity for peace. We had all our allies to search, but the allies told that Master Sigma is no more.
Mr. Mahendra, you are on a deputation duty as a constable, and you have been chasing Master Sigma only a couple of times. How can we believe you? Because you are not even a real deputed sub-inspector or a police officer. You are still under probation, and you have appeared for UPS examination. Your aspiration is to become an IPS officer. Your dreams are different. Who put you in this vision of looking into Master Sigma? I think you are a long mystery. Can you argue and can you defend yourself? I am feeling that you are into a wrong kind of a portfolio as a constable.
Sir, but I read many newspapers, sir. So the government says that we also asked allies, but we didn't have Master Sigma.
So that's it from the studio today. We are yet to receive any intel about Master Sigma. Constable Mahendra says Master Sigma does not exist. Businessman Sanjay says the same. And businesswoman Swati says that Master Sigma exists, but she watches on the point that she does not have any sort of evidence. Only one dog is a person who is having peripheral information about Master Sigma. And unfortunately, not even a single person in the studio is prepared to believe what Dr. Harsha says. And Mr. Ram Kishore also comes up with the standing point that Virat is,
You can also make the announcement that by next week I will be the head of the health committee in our country.
And how does that serve this case, Mr. Ram Kishore?
Maybe I will try to look into the hospital attacks, and I think I will be a better officer than Virat, and I will be able to solve this case even better than him after being appointed as the head.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Shoot the target exactly without shivering.
No, I said that I would look into the cases because I have all the hospital reports and.
This is the point.
Yeah.
If you're so over-ambitious, you see the pistol can turn against your forehead. Don't be over-ambitious, Mr. Ram Kishore. He was a cop, and no offenses, he has been a wonderful cop unless barring this Master Sigma case, that doesn't make you better than Virat, okay?
You see about it.
What are you going to do? Have the test tube in the laboratory? Right? While this man has got a lot of his fingers into most of the ammunitions that Indian military has seen. How are you going to be better than that? Don't make a fool of yourself, Mr. Ram Kishore. There is a limit that frog can jump. You are a frog and he is an eagle. There is no comparison. No offenses. Mr. Ram Kishore is going to lead the Apollo hospitals, and he is really going to be the medical
Health Committee of India.
Oh, okay. I stand corrected. Health Committee of India. Okay, India. So health. What was it?
Health Committee of
Health Committee. So head of Health Committee of India, which would really fetch some medicines to cure the brain diseases Sanjay Regan has got. So that's going to be the first and foremost kind of experiment Mr. Ram Kishore is going to have.
Mr. Doctor.
What, Mr. You told you were going to do a revolution in the hospital, as you are going to make 2% of brain works into 100%. How you can make possible that you have made any research or you have any evidence on it? My father has researched, but I didn't took. But I want to be applied in my career, and I will be successful in this activating the brain neurons to 100% of the brain.
Fall in line with the discussion, Mr. Sanjay. Mr. Ram Kishore was giving a very important announcement about his career, and we made it. And you are coming back to square one, asking the most basic question. So we can also announce to the entire broadcasting that you could be any form of Master Sigma because you do that.
Why I want to be like that? You have any evidence?
I'm sorry, Mr. Sanjay. I take my own word anything else to say, Mr. Mahendra? Do you have anything to say about him? Your judgment?
Villas are my